Hi, I'm Julie Engelhardt. I teach Chemistry 215 and Forensic Science at Eastern High and at Northern High. And for the past 2 years, I've done two major problem-based learning units, I guess, in my classroom. And I think it makes me excited to come to school. Chemistry is often really intimidating for students, and they find just working problem after problem drudgery, to be honest, and they don't understand how it's relevant to their everyday life. But I feel like these projects really make it relevant to the students, and it helps connect concepts like stoichiometry, gas laws, in a very quantifiable way to real life problems. And I think that's an issue when you get into upper level science, is to make sure that we're not just talking about things that are qualitative, but things that are quantitative. And I also think that it models really well for students how scientists actually go about their work. Scientists don't sit in a room, with a big textbook working problems. And so the engagement level of the classroom, the questioning, the connections, the aha moments that the students have, it's so much different and so much better than a traditional teaching in a traditional way. The students, depending on their level, and I shouldn't even say that, the students come up with questions. It's just a natural part of the process, and a lot of times they're questions relating to things they've seen in their everyday life, or previous things we've studied, or foreshadowing to things that we will study. So it just helps connect everything in chemistry, I think, much better than working constant problem sets or having a lab that seems very isolated, this unit, and then we do a lab, another unit, and they seem completely disconnected. I don't know, and sometimes, in this real kind of work that they're doing, they struggle, to see connections, and they're just kind of wallowing in this mire of figuring out how to collect the data and how to make sure it's reliable data, and then what do they do with it? What kind of decisions do they make with the data? They start to make all these connections between the sig figs that we learned at the beginning of the year, and how do I do density, and how do I control different variables in the experiment. I also think it's great for differentiation. I have students that are tops in their class, and students that are not in the same classroom. And the ways that they tackle the problems, the ideas that they come up with, it really helps motivate them and engage them at the level that's suitable for them. They're all, they're all learning the required level of content, but some of the kids really use that as a springboard to ask more questions. I just really wish I had more hardware to use in my labs to collect quantifiable data and tackle more real-world problems, things beyond a thermometer and a stopwatch. I think it will really revolutionize problem-based learning in the science classroom.